Today we're talking about Marin County homes, but just single family homes. No condos, no townhomes, no weird communal laundry setups. I've got March single family home sales data and the trends. Let's just say they amplify everything you're seeing in the broader market. So if you're buying or selling a single family home in Marin County, don't think about skipping this. So let's get to it. I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor, and I love to help people just like you buy or sell any home in Marin, whether you're eyeing a hillside retreat or trying to sell your charming fixer with unpermitted character. I've got your back. Book a free video call using the link below, or if clicking links feels like a commitment, just shoot me an email. I promise, no pressure. Want to see which single family homes in Marin sold last month and how much they went for, and whether someone paid $200,000 over asking to live next to some kind of a goat trail? That list is linked below, or rather how you get that is linked below. My newsletter is complete with over ask and under ask rankings that you won't see anywhere else. There's also a bunch of helpful freebies in the description too, so check those out. Okay, this video is strictly about single family home sales. If you're wondering what happened in homes for sale in Marin County overall, or just curious about condos and townhouses, I've got separate videos for those. But if you're the I want a yard, an attached garage, and a bit of space all around four sides of my abode, then you are exactly where you need to be. Okay, on to the charts. So this is a representation of inventory for single family homes in Marin, and that is these light green bars that are here that you can see. Why did that happen? I don't know. Let me move this over. There we go. That's better. So last month, 269 homes were on the market. Of those, 125 sold. That's the dark green bars. And the blue line are the new listings, which interesting are kind of flat, but this is a lot better than all of Marin that I did in the video last week, because that one showed new listings just going significantly down. So they're flat here, which means I'm guessing that the video I do next week is going to show an increase in the condos and townhouses. At least I hope so, because something has to make this math work. Anyway, let's go down to the homes. That the part we're most concerned about in this chart is how many homes are for sale. There's 28.1% more homes for sale this month than last month, normal for spring, but 39.4% when you compare this month to last year at this time. So that's showing this increase that we desperately need for everybody to have a more active real estate market. And then this is the number that in every chart is not correct, because they just don't actually have a method of calculating this one correctly. I found out when I called them. In any event, let's go down to the sold prices, because the sold homes, it's interesting. It's up 56.3% last month, spring thing. That's not unusual. Comparing it though to last year at this time, that's also up. So that's a good thing, more activity. And the more statistically relevant stat, because it's the full quarter compared to last year at this time, the full quarter, 3 months, still up 16.2%. Okay, so here we have days on market. How long does it take on average for somebody to sell their house? For single family homes, it went down from 51 to 32. That's normal, happens every spring. You can see it over here as well. And what does that mean? Decrease of 37.3%. Like I said, it's not really unusual. Let's look at the other numbers though that might be more interesting, which is the same time during last year. So days on market is taking a little bit longer to sell a house than it did last year. And that is interesting, right? Because that suggests a little weakness in the market. And when you can add up the entire quarter for those, it is still higher than it was for that period last year. Another thing that's on here though is this price metric. And that is basically the sales price over the original price percentage. And that went up as well from last month to this month. Again, totally normal. During the spring, that represents up 2%, but what about since last year? Down 1.9%. So again, weakening over last spring. And when you look at the entire quarter amount, then interestingly, up 1%. 1%. I mean, these are both negative 1.9 and up 1% when we're talking days on market is, geez, pretty much the same thing. So let's go on to the next one. All right, the juicy stuff, the prices. Let's start with the median homes, which are the blue bars down here. What we can see is that median sold price is up 2.2% month over month. Same happens every year. But when you compare it to last year at the same time, month over month, it's down 11.5%. So, well, that's pretty significant. And the more statistically relevant number is down 4.7%, meaning the whole quarter compared to this time last year, whole quarter. So that's a pretty big deal. So we're seeing quite a weakness overall of this year compared to last year for the hot time spring market. And let's look at the average sold price. That is up 7.9% for the month. Again, that's a seasonal thing. Comparing it to last year, so not so seasonal because it's comparing to the same seasonal period last year during this time, down 17.3%. Significant. As well as looking at the more significant number because it's the whole quarter compared, then it's down 8.9%. So those are pretty big numbers. Let's look at how that looks for the average price though, which we can see on this red line going up and up and up. So the average sold price is up 7.9%. That was the up and up and up. But when you compare it to this time last year, it is down 17.3%. Another significant number in comparison to last spring, as well as when you look at the whole quarter, it's down 8.9%. So you can see here what's going on, right? When you listen to the news and if it's just saying, hey, single family home prices are up 7.9%, well, that doesn't really mean anything, does it? You would think, oh my God, market's still going up. This is crazy. And then you look at this number compared to last year and you think, maybe not so much. And you look at the other ones that have to do with the full quarter. And again, you're like, not so much. Not so strong. Okay, let's see what price per square foot is telling us though. And price per square foot is really telling us the same story. It's all in sync this month. And that is that from last month to this month, they're up 7.3%, which you can see right here. But when you look at this compared to last year, this month compared to the same month last year, oh my gosh, having a hard time spitting that stuff out, down 7.5%. And then the whole quarter compared to the whole quarter last year, down 0.7%. So not that big of a difference when you look at the whole quarter's number. And, I still prefer those because they're more statistically relevant. Overall, though, it does look like this spring is not as hot as last spring, and I'm feeling that as an agent. I'm seeing a lot more decreases in home prices, reducing home prices seemingly quicker than usual as to when they land on the market and then they get decreased within a week or 2 weeks instead of like 30 days or, longer than that. So I've been feeling it as an agent as well. So these stats are actually telling me exactly what it seems to me, which is that this spring is not as hot as previous springs have been. If you missed my 2025 market predictions, complete with cool charts you're not seeing anywhere else, it should be linked somewhere above my head, like right now. So hopefully it's there. And if you're looking for more information about living in Marin County or information for buyers or sellers, there should be some video recommendations popping up right now. And hey, please subscribe to encourage me to keep doing these videos. It really helps. Thank you for watching and have a great day.